Let's give it a try while we wait for the green team. You guys stand up. Let's try it. Let's try it. Ready?
The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us. We have hope that his promises are true in his strength. There is nothing we can't do, yes we know. There are greater things in store. We will not be overtaken, we will not be overcome. The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us. The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us.
I like that song. That's pretty, isn't it? Nice. All right, have a seat on your footprints. Because we are not quite done singing yet, because we need to sing a very special song for a very special boy whose birthday it happens to be today. Whose birthday is it today? Oh my goodness, everybody knows Jackson. You want to come on up here? Here's what I'm thinking. When we sing happy birthday to you, maybe we should do a special dance move. Can you show us a special dance move that we can do while we sing happy birthday to you? Oh, I can do that one. Yes. Yes. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. So everybody's got to stand up so we can do the special dance move. All right, you ready? You got to come up here and do it, Jackson, because guess what? I don't really want this recorded on live stream, so I'm going to go over here. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jackson. Happy birthday to you. Good job. Happy birthday, dude. All right. Have a seat on your feet. Now, just for a moment, bring it down a little. You guys, I'm impressed tonight. I'm impressed. Y'all are listening. So, because you know what? There's actually another kind of a birthday that I would like to celebrate a little bit tonight. It's maybe not the kind that we have cake for, or that we blow out candles for, or even that we sing happy birthday, but it is a very special birthday because it's kind of like a second birthday, and that's Caroline's. Can you raise your hand, Caroline? All right, I forgot to ask you. It's all right if I talk about this, right? Okay. Do you want to talk about it? Okay. All right, so last year, 1 year ago today, Caroline was in Vacation Bible School with us. And throughout the night, and I don't know a lot of details, so I'm going to let you ask Caroline, but throughout the night, she really believed that something was missing, that she needed to do something. And what that something was is she needed to believe that Jesus was God. Jesus came down to earth, Jesus lived a perfect life. He never did anything wrong at all. But he took her punishment and died on a cross in her place and paid that price so that she could go to heaven. It's kind of like this. You see this right here? Let's pretend this is all the bad stuff that I've done, or all the bad stuff that Carolyn's done, or all the bad stuff that you've done, all wrapped up and nasty, right? Okay? Jesus is God. He came down from heaven. No bad stuff, because he's God. He's perfect. There's no sin at all on him. So I'm supposed to, because of my bad stuff, because of my sin, all the things I think that are bad and say that are bad and do that are bad, I'm supposed to go to hell, which is a terrible place. And I know that's a swear word for a lot of people, but when I'm talking about the real place, it's okay. I'm supposed to go to hell to pay for all my bad stuff that I've done. But Jesus, he didn't have to go to hell to pay for his bad stuff because he doesn't have any. So guess what he did? He took mine, and he took Carolyn's, and he took yours, and he paid that price, and he suffered, and he died on a cross to pay that punishment. You know, like when you do something wrong and you have to get punished for it sometimes, right? Maybe you got to get time out, or you get grounded, or whatever happens to you, right? This was a big one because this is for all the stuff that we've done wrong. And Jesus took that, and he paid the price and got rid of it, never to be heard from again. But the only thing is, each one of us has to believe that and make that decision that we want Jesus to just wash us clean of all of our bad stuff, get rid of it so that we can go to heaven and be with God someday. We don't have to go to hell and pay for our sin. And the only thing you have to do is believe that. You have to believe that Jesus died for you and believe that he took your punishment. Isn't that awesome? And that's what you guys have been talking about tonight. So I'm going to pray, and if you, let's have everybody close your eyes. And I know you've already talked about this with Miss Leisure tonight. I just want to give you one more chance. If you've been thinking about this and you're just not sure, go ahead and keep your eyes closed. By the way, mine are open so I can see if your eyes are closed. Close your eyes. Thank you. All right, close your eyes. If this is something that you want to know more about, or if this is something that you think you might want to do even tonight, just like Caroline did 1 year ago exactly, I want you to just put your hand up. Keep your eyes closed. Just raise your hand and then put it back down. Okay, now here's the deal. I'm going to be around tonight. Miss Kelly's going to be around tonight. A lot of our leaders, our Bible leader, all kinds of leaders would love to talk to you about this. If this is something that you think you might want to talk about more, or ask a question, or do even tonight, I want you to grab one of us before you leave, okay? So that we can talk with you, we can pray with you, and guess what? Maybe this will be your second birthday, your time to have a spiritual birthday just like she did. Let's pray. Dear Lord, I just thank you for how you work in our lives and in our hearts and in our church. I thank you for all that you are doing, and I just pray for each person in this room that they would ask the questions they need to ask tonight or make the decision that they need to make tonight. I thank you for helping us grow and giving us a great week so far, and I pray all these things in your name. Amen. All right, now believe it or not, we're not quite done. So I'm going to tell you our Bible point for tonight and see if you can remember the motions. You ready? I'm not even going to do the motions, so stand up. Let's see if we can do it. Ready? Bible point is Jesus' power. You know what you're supposed to do? Yep. Jesus' power lets us live forever. You remember you got to go like this? Right? Live forever, right? Okay, don't do too many times. We don't want you collapsing on us. All right. And then you guys say, so I'll say Jesus' power helps us live forever. Trust Jesus. There we go. You got it. And our verse for the night is, the Spirit of God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you, Romans 8:11. Let's try it one more time, and then I'm going to see if any of you want to come up and try it all by yourself. Here we go. Ready? The Spirit of God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. Romans 8:11. Is that what we did? Yeah, that's what we did. All right. So do I have anybody that wants to try it by themselves with the white microphone? Come on up. Lily. Lily. All right, you ready? Oh, you already came up once, didn't you? You can stay, but can I have you have a helper? Because you've already done it once. Anna Ray, why don't you come on up and help her? All right, you guys do it together since you've already had a chance. All right, you ready? Turn that way. Can we do it? Yeah. Oh, look. Oh, she moved it, so it's extra hard, but don't worry because I will help you. Shh, you ready? The Spirit.
The Spirit of God. Who raised Jesus from the grave, lives in you. Romans 8:11.
Yes! Good job, guys. Way to go with the teamwork. Give them a hand. Good. Have a seat. All right, do I have another person who would like to come up who hasn't done it yet? You two, come on. Jackson, you want to come up and help us? Birthday boy, you want to help us out? He's thinking. He's thinking. All right, you ready? Do you want to do it with Miss Alexis? We'll have these guys do it, and then you can do it next. All right, you ready? Okay, here we go. You ready? You know, it starts with the Spirit of God.
The Spirit of God, who raised Jesus
from the dead,
lives in you.
Romans
8:11.
Yes! Very good! You want to give it a shot? All right, birthday boy, here we go. Don't touch the mic.
I don't know.
Thank you for your honesty.
Spirit
Of God.
of God,
Who raised
Jesus
from the dead.
from dead, lives in you. Romans 8:11.
Beautiful. Spectacular. Wonderful. Good job, guys. Okay, good. You guys can have a seat. We're going to watch a quick kid vid video to find out what's going on today. Oh, and you know what? Hang on before we start, Miss Trish. Guys, this is kind of a really, intense video. So I need everybody to be sitting on their feet, their little feet, and make sure you can see the screen. Girls, can you see the screen from over there? Make sure you can see the screen. And let's have everybody be as quiet as they can, because this is a really important video to watch. We'll see if Miss Cindy cries.
I'm Isaac and I'm 11 years old. At home I like to, a lot of times I play video games. I have two brothers. One's older than me. He's into acting and singing. My younger brother Elijah, he's 7. My sister's name is Zoe, but she, like a normal 4-year-old toddler, will make messes all the time, paint on the walls.
Isaac also dances.
I started dancing, I think 2 years ago. My favorite kind of dance is contemporary or lyrical. It's sort of like ballet, but it's a little more free. I always felt like when I was dancing, I wasn't really stressed about anything or worried. Sort of forget about anything else that is bothering you.
Isaac had another brother named Joel.
Joel was 2 years younger than I am. He was always really happy and joyful. When he was 1, he was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Cancer is a disease that most kids do not have or get.
He had to do some crazy thing to get rid of it, and it was gone for a year. But then it came back and they said he only had a few months to live, but then he lived 5 more years.
Sadly, Isaac's little brother Joel died.
One of the things I remember a lot about him is he always had that little giggle. He always loved knocking cup towers down. So he'd make one that was maybe double the size of him, and he'd run into it and it would come down and he'd laugh so hard. A lot of times we'd take him to this farm. It was like a petting zoo in some places, and you could feed the animals. I have this one memory of Joel. He was feeding the goats, so we give him the bag to reach in and give to the goats, but then he just gives the bag to the goats, and the goat devours the whole thing. Joel always loved animals. One time he got to ride a pony and he was so happy. He loved it.
Isaac misses his brother Joel. Joel loved Jesus and believed in him too.
A lot of times I feel sort of like I miss him and pretty sad, but I'm glad that he's in heaven and he can do so many things that I can't even do right now. Dancing always cheers me up because it makes me think about God and how he's with Joel and he is amazing.
Isaac knows that because of Jesus, he will be able to see his brother again in heaven.
I sort of look forward to hearing his giggle, and I look forward to running up to him and giving him a grand old hug.
In the Bible, the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 11 says, "The Spirit of God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you."
I feel like that verse makes me feel sort of hopeful that we can share the power of God and the Holy Spirit with the whole world, and that one day we can all know Jesus and God and praise and worship together. Even if we die, we still get to live forever in heaven with God, and Jesus' power is letting you live forever.
Jesus' power lets us live forever.
So that was kind of a sad story because his brother died, but it's also kind of a happy story because his brother believed in Jesus, so he's going to be able to see him in heaven again someday. And like he said, he's doing all kinds of wonderful things in heaven that his brother can't even do on earth. So it's sad, but it's also happy because he believed in Jesus. Almost, honey. All right. One more thing, though, and you're going to want to know this because we are going to talk about the results of our mission offering. And we are going to find out what is going on. Oh, you guys are ready tonight. Woo! I'll tell you what. Okay, here we go. This is more complicated than you might think, but I'm going to start off tonight with $140.97. And may I say, that's just from tonight, is the boys. Woo! And with, believe it or not, $163.43, the girls. And I need to explain. So, first of all, y'all, this is blowing me away. Just blowing me away. I'm just amazed. You guys are fantastic. And I know for a fact that many of you brought in allowances. Some of you brought in big jars of change that you have been saving for who knows what, and you decided to give it to people who really, really need it. And I am so happy with how God has worked in your hearts to do this. And also, I want to say this, and boys, you're going to want to listen to this for a second. If you divide by how many boys and girls, because we do have more girls, the girls have an average just today of $10.89 per girl, which is awesome. And the boys have an average of $15.66. So the boys won that one. Good job, boys. They're wandering, but we'll congratulate them later. Okay, so, all right, so I just need to tell you where or what you need to know for the weekend and for everything that's happening tomorrow night back here, our last night. Can you believe it already? Our last night. Everybody take their banduras off while they're listening. And leaders can get anything out that the kids need to take home. And can I have somebody come up? I don't know where my basket went. There we go. Carissa's going to come around with the basket for your banduras. Please remember, tomorrow night is the store, but Sunday is the church. So Sunday morning at 10:30, I want to see everybody here. And guess what? Tomorrow night, you're going to, listen up, guys. Tomorrow night, you're going to keep your banduras, and you're going to get another special thing that you're going to be able to take with you. And then Sunday, you're going to bring them back because guess what we're going to do? We are going to sing for everybody who's sitting out there on Sunday. We're going to come up here, and we're going to do our motions. We'll have the music on, so you don't have to like, oh, but you're going to want to do the motions and show everybody what we've been doing. And you're going to be able to see some pictures of yourselves being adorable and learning about Jesus. All right, so that's what you need to know. You can still invite friends for tomorrow night and get your bonus coins. And make sure that you get your baggage claim, your luggage, on the way out the door. And we're going to have Miss Kelly start. And can you play the song a little bit quietly, Trish, so we can sing while we're listening? Or do motions. So you guys can do this song with me.